All right, guys, welcome to Tim's Outdoors. Today, I get to take my girlfriend fishing. So we're gonna strap this on our chest. We're gonna get out. She's gonna throw a baitcaster. She's also gonna throw a spinning rod for the first time. So let's get on with it.
Oh, I'm gonna do what now? I got you.
All right, boo.
All righty, let's do this.
So, I'll talk about the bait later. I just want to show you how to throw. This is called a baitcaster. It's easier to throw. I'm sorry. This is not a baitcaster. This is a spinning setup. It's much easier to throw than a baitcaster. And that's why we're going to start out with this. This is it. Now, don't get it twisted. This is probably the most expensive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's an X-Fry. They're higher end model rods, but you know, it's all good. I want you to be able to throw it. So, to be able to throw it, this is called the bail. We'll hold the string first with we're gonna use our right hand to hold it. Hold our string with our right index finger. Okay. And you're gonna open what's called the bail. Okay. And that's holding the string. If you let the bail go,
it goes down.
It goes out, right? So what we're gonna do?
Let it down until you're ready.
Yep. Okay. You're gonna pull the string with your fingertip, open the bail, and then you'll go back and straight forward and let your finger go, and it's gonna cast out. Now let me show you. Here to walk over into the bank. Very simple, super easy.
Yeah, right.
Super easy. Trust me, super easy. All you're gonna do again. Grab. Don't reel this all over to the top. Give yourself a few inches up there when you reel it back in. But index finger, grab the line, open what's called the bail, grab the other hand here, reach back, throw it out.
And then let go.
And then let go.
Wait,
and then
at what point do you let it go?
Once you're here, at your apex, the top, you just let it go and it's going to cast. Flip the bail down and just start reeling in. This is I have a crankbait on here. It's a floating crankbait. So when you reel, you're gonna feel a little wobble. What it's doing is it's going down through the water. Yep. Mm-hmm. And you just, you know, slow retreat. You know, it doesn't have to be super fast. But bring it in. Let's see. I'm hoping it's not a fish. Nope, it's not a fish. Good.
Okay. What is that that you got?
Looks like, I don't know, it's a towel or something? Like a towel or something. Anyway, so let's see it. I'm gonna bag up, let you grab this. Right index finger. Grab the line. Yep. Reach over with this hand and open the bail. This is the bail. Yeah. Open the bail. Boom. Now you're ready to go. Now behind you and let your finger go. Good job, man. Look at you. Close the bail down and reel it in. No. Now once you reel it in, grab the rod with this hand and typically put it between there to get a good strong hold on it, because you'll feel if a fish bite, it'll feel like this. If a fish bite.
Got it. I'm gonna try one more time.
Yeah, I want you to try again. Get it out there a little bit farther. I'm gonna bag up so I don't get hooked. Right index finger to grab the line. Left hand to open up the bail. Yep, that wire. Pull it back. Yep, yep. Reach down with that left hand on the base. Yep, back. Throw! Let's try it again. Redo. Nope, forward. Yep. Oh, let me tighten this up for you. All right, now.
Okay.
All right, let's try it again. Now, remember, it's at the apex, at the top of your arc.
That's when I let go.
That's when you let your index finger go. Reach over the index finger, grab that line, pull it in. Left hand, open the bail. Left hand on the bottom. Reach back. Good job. All right. We're on now, baby. Remember, grab the base with your left hand. Yep, right there. You can drop the rod tip down some. Yep. Because you're gonna need. Oh, I'll show you that when you bring it in. You feel it wobbly? Yeah. So, all right. Now let me show you how to actually fish with this thing. Now you know how to throw it out. Perfect. That's good. That's good right there.
Wait, let me do it one more time.
All right, go right ahead.
My mind needs goes here.
Nope.
That goes up. Okay, good. I need to know that. All right, so because I just pulled it, so I go here.
Yep, right hand.
This.
Open that bail.
This.
Yep, all the way back. Strong throw. Wow, man. Good job.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Okay. I needed to.
Yeah, drop that rod tip down a little bit when you're reeling it in. Go ahead, reel it in. Good job.
Oh,
Straight up natural. Come on. That's what I'm talking about.
hey.
Now, the water is super dirty.
It's so peaceful.
It is peaceful out here, but the water is super dirty because it
It's
rained for the
dirty
last 2 days.
because of the rain,
Yeah, it rained the last 2 days. So I'm going to give you what's called a Texas rig. I just wanted to get you used to throwing this
Well, thank you
really
for
quick.
letting me try that. I just
Now-
needed to try that.
Now, let me show you how you're going to, we'll just call it articulate the rod when the bait's in the water.
Okay.
All right, so I'm just going to throw it out really quick. And I'm going to throw it along the base. I'm going to throw it along the shoreline, right?
Okay.
Out here. Throw it out real far. It's pretty far. So once you
Super far.
yeah, I know, right? once you drop that bail, you can manipulate the bait any way you want. What I like to do, I like to reel down first.
But when you mean manipulate the bait,
Oh.
you mean like move it around
Correct.
within the water and have
Correct.
it how? How do you
The
do
first
that?
thing you want to do when you throw a crankbait out is you want to reel it down and get the crankbait to its operating depth.
Okay.
So the crankbait has a bill on it and it'll get down to its operating depth. With this one, it's 2 to 4 feet, right? Very shallow diving crankbait. The deepest part of this pond is like 6 feet way out there. So that's why we're fishing with the 2 to 4.
How did you figure that out?
I took my kayak out and used a depth finder. So really all I'm doing is reeling in, reel down a little bit, I'll pull, and then I'll pause.
Oh, that's what
because
people do. Okay, so
Yep.
what does that do?
Right. It just manipulates the bait. So this crankbait, it has a rattle. I think this one has a rattle in it. It makes noise. A lot of times when you're cranking it in too fast, it'll go by a fish and they'll pause. Since it's a little bit chilly out here, fish typically tend to be a little bit lethargic. So if you reel it down and you pause, a fish will come and hit it. Yep. I put a floating crankbait on here. So if you hit a piece of structure, like if you're reeling and you feel something, if it hits like a log or something, you can stop and this will float back up to the top so you don't get hung up.
Do they come closer to the shore or are they in the middle when it's
So
cold?
that's a great question. Typically when it's really cold outside, fish go to deeper depth. It's a little bit warmer down there. I know it's really counterintuitive, but when it gets light outside, it does.
Make sense.
They'll come up shallower when it's a lot warmer out.
It's a lot cooler, like us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we'll let you throw this out a couple more times, and then I'm gonna really allow you to throw something that's.
Hey, wait! You went like this. You told me I have to go up.
Yeah, because I don't want you to hook anything. But you can throw it how you want to throw it. Let me bring it in. I want to show you a couple things. I'm gonna show you a couple things. So a lot of people, there's several different casts. You can do the straight overhead cast like I was showing you, where you let your fingertip go at the apex. I like doing roll cast.
What is that?
It's where you actually roll. Yeah, you actually roll it.
So why do you like it goes further out?
I'm more accurate with the roll cast.
Okay.
So I can target where I
When
want.
you say, oh, okay, I get you mean targeting.
Yeah, I'm targeting where I want to throw
When you target it, do you keep your eye kind of like when we do? Do you keep your eye on the target and then you just do it, or
your eye and the rod tip? So let me bring this in. So let's say I want to. Oh, yeah, right. So let's say I want to throw right over there, and I'm using a roll cast. Once I roll it back, I stop the rod right out in front of me where I want it to go. You see where my rod tip is pointed? Down the bank, and that's exactly where it went. Yep, I didn't want to go that far over, but
so when you're doing it
over is just straight up. Watch a bass hit it. And I'll be like caught up in the weeds with a super lightweight rod. All right, good. Anyway, let me get that off. But yes, so again, I'll do it one more time. Let's just say I want to throw it right out in front of me and I'm throwing an overhead cast. I'm just pointing the rod and it's gonna go exactly where I wanted to go. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I'll let you reel this in and I'm gonna go get your next weapon of choice, which is a baitcaster, ready. And we're gonna throw a worm on that. And you'll like this one because it's called the Texas rig.
Hey.
So, all right, a couple things I need to talk to you about is drag.
You don't want to drag it down.
This is called drag. You hear this?
Yes.
So that's called drag. So when like a big fish grab onto it, this is lightweight line. You don't want your line to break, so you want the reel to have some give. So we loosen the drag so you can pull it out. Now, if we want to tighten the drag up, we turn this a couple notches. But
oh wow.
Yeah. So let me let you throw that out again. I'm gonna test this Texas rig. Oh yeah, this is you're gonna like throwing this. It's amazing. Good job. Good job.
I think I like the over.
Yeah, you can get a lot farther. So when you're throwing it over, I would stop the rod about right here at 45 degrees. 45 degrees. Yep. And it'll get a lot farther. But again, you want to load that rod up. Let me show you, babe. Pull this in. When I say load the rod up, you want to go back slow and snap it. But you gotta let that finger go, because if you don't let that finger go, that bait will go flying and it'll snap the line. But that's just called loading the rod up. You want to load it up to snap that bait out as far as you can. But you're doing good. You're doing amazingly well, much better than I expected. There you go.
Wow.
Good job. With that exact bait on a different rod, but that exact bait I caught like a 3.5 pounder over there, and the dude over here was fishing. It was the biggest fish I've ever caught out of here, and he was like, "Man, what are you fishing with?" I was like, crankbait. But because he hadn't caught anything all day. It's pretty funny. But so you want to try your Texas rig? Yeah. So let me explain to you what a Texas rig is. Texas rig, typically, yeah, it's a worm. This is a couple things. Yep. It's a soft plastic. It's made by 6 cents. It's called the Jesus, what is this thing called?
That's expensive, isn't it?
No, it's not that expensive. 6 cents has a lot of sales. I love that company, my favorite bait maker. But this is one of their 5.4 clout, I think. I can't remember. I have to go look it up. But soft plastic. This is a sort of a green pumpkin with purple fleck. And this is a weight. So basically what a Texas rig does for you is it allows you to throw soft plastics without getting hung up. Right. Yep. Yeah. So now when the fish comes and it bites down,
it gets and
then once you feel that vibration, you do what's called set the hook.
Well, what if they bite it here? What happens?
Yeah, you just miss them. And a lot of times if you do that, let's just say you know, you're out and you're fishing and a fish got it, and you feel that tug. What you do is you reel down, take up the slack, and then you set the hook. So he'll grab it and he'll swim away with it. You don't want to immediately start pulling. You want to give him some slack, reel in the rest, give him some time, reel in the rest of the slack, and then you set the hook. Yeah. So let's talk about how to fish the Texas rig. What I like to do is what's called slow drag. So you'll cast it out, you'll reel down, and you'll just a couple slow pulls, and then you'll reel back down. It's a slow method of fishing, but it's very effective because it's on the ground. You can put whatever color plastic you want on it for your water type. This we probably need what's called June bug or a black worm, because it's dark water, and if the darker the bait is, the easier it is for the fish to see it. Yeah, a lot of people will put smells and attract it on the fish, on the baits as well. That helps in these sort of stained water conditions. They can smell.
But it's the same concept, like the same thing, same steps here?
No, it's a little bit different. But this is a little bit easier. So this is a Baitcaster. That's a spinning setup. It's completely different. We'll set this one down and we'll give you instructions on this one, and then we'll get out of here. All right, so the way you throw this one is much different. There's no bail, there's a thumb. Yeah, you're only gonna use your thumb. Put your thumb down, you hold the bail.
After? Okay.
Yeah, once you press it down.
Okay.
Now, this is a little, you're cheating a little bit because this is a Shimano DX. DX has a magnetic braking mechanism in it that slows down your bail, your spool, I'm sorry, your spool as you're casting. A different type of reel, completely different mechanisms. Yeah, you'd have to use the brake to slow it down, right? So this one here does it electronically. Now you'll hear, just listen.
Yep.
You hear that?
Yep.
That's electronically controlled. That's why I brought this one out here. All right, bring this back in really quick.
But I would think that you're more, you can be more calculated with this one.
You can. I'm more accurate with this one. But this here,
it's
you fish
a
lot faster.
Really?
You fish a lot faster.
Okay.
A lot of the times the gear ratio you'll see here, 7:2 to 1. A lot faster. So with one crank, 7 times this will spin.
So is there certain types of bait that you want to use, don't want to use with this?
Yes, absolutely. Texas rig is one of those. Typically, you know, with lightweight crankbaits, you want to use a spinning setup, but you can have, I have a lightweight Baitcaster setup for those as well.
And then also depending on the type of fish you're fishing for, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You absolutely nailed it. That's exactly it. The type of fish and what bait you're throwing will dictate what type of setup you will throw. All right, so let me show you how to do this one. This one's much harder than that one, but it's once you get the hang of this, you're always going to want to throw it because it's just much faster. You don't have to flip bails open, fingers, you don't have to do any of that stuff. It's just, you just press the button for me, right? And you hold the spool with your thumb, right?
And you hold it until when?
You hold it until you get at that 45 degree angle. You release it. So instead of going overhead with this one, I'm gonna ask you to go underhand or to roll cast it. And there's a reason for that, because a lot of times people will do this and they'll hold the spool too long and the bait will hit right out in front of you and you do what's called a backlash. And it'll just mess all of your string up. Yeah, so we'll do a roll cast. We'll do a roll cast and point and let it go. And then once it gets close to the water, you can put your thumb back down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tighten the spool up so you don't have to work as hard. So you don't backlash as much. So what you're gonna do, put your thumb on it, that's it. Hold the spool. You're gonna roll cast, you're gonna let your thumb go. When it hits the water, you're gonna put your thumb back on it. Now with these, you typically don't have to put your thumb back on it, but as just a matter of, you know, principle, go ahead and drop your thumb on it. And then you just bring it back in. So one more time, and then we'll get out of here. All you're gonna do, you're gonna press, yep, hold the spool, yep. You're gonna roll cast it and point exactly where you want the bait to go when you let it go. See, that's called a backlash. See that? That's why I always put my thumb back on it. A lot of times backlash gets very bad. You have to cut your line out, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that was probably more of me than the reel. I'm gonna tighten this up a little bit more.
And now I get why people are here for so long.
Yeah, but once you get a hang of it, it gets really fast. So, all right, I'm gonna step to your left. You're gonna go with your right. Yep, you already pressed it down, and you're gonna roll cast it. Let it go. Thumb down. Yep, that's all you have to remember is to put your thumb back down.
Yeah, but
so you press. Yeah, that's okay. This is not a bad backlash. I've had them a whole lot worse than this. All right, you're good. Now reel it in. Yep, and it's this one here, same thing. You have a trigger right here. Put your finger around that trigger. Yep, there you go. Bring it in.
Try one more time.
Yeah, because when you're pointed over here, so it's gonna go that way. So try to point it out this way. Yeah, bring it all the way in. But you're doing good. So try it when you do your roll cast too, babe. It's under, you know, it's not over. It's yep.
But why did it go there if I'm
because you held your thumb too long.
So at which point? Cause
right here. You gotta let your thumb go.
Oh, immediately. I thought you said I don't release it until the 40.
Well, if you're doing overhead, it's 45 degrees. If you don't have a 45 degree here, so this is really essentially your 45 degrees.
So as soon as I pull it under, I release.
Yeah. Once you snap it here, about here, you're letting your thumb go. Yeah, if you hold your thumb, it's gonna go that way. It's gonna keep going in the direction that you threw it. There you go. Thumb down. But it didn't backlash, so you're good.
Thumb down right away as soon as I release it.
When it hits the water. When it hits the water. Oh no, keep on trying. You got as much time as you need.
Wow. I like this. Oh, and I'm supposed to go down too.
Yes. You're reeling down, and I'll do it again, and then I'll tell you about setting the hook. Yep. Snap it out there. Good job. Good job. Good job. Now, rod tip down. There you go. You don't have to be that close, but closer out here. Watch something hit that thing.
This is really neat when it's...
Yep.
So that's how it does it.
Yeah.
Neat.
Good job.
Yeah.
Nailed it. High five.
I have a great instructor. The best.
And I'm sure I've said something wrong, and somebody's going to be down in the comments like, oh, that's wrong, blah, 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 blah.
Whatever.
Right? It's so funny.
It works for me. Look what I'm doing. One more time.
All right, one more time. Let's get it out there. Do that nice roll cast. There you go.
I like this one.
Yeah, I told you. Most bass fishers fish with baitcasters. That's what we do.
Is this your favorite too?
Yeah, my favorite is baitcasters, but I do like spinning setups for catching things like crappie. I'll do catfish spinning setups as well. Now,
but I appreciate that one just because.
Oh yeah, it's much easier. Right. And then my lightweight crankbaits and then I'll throw what's called jerk baits on that as well. Let me show you something. Now, when you're fishing, I'm just gonna step on to the right side of you. Now when you're fishing and you're casting these guys, I'm gonna go right over here.
Oh wow.
Same scenario. Rod tip is down. You're just dragging it along the bottom. You'll feel all kinds of rocks that you'll bump over, and then you'll feel your rod do this. And once it does that, you give it slack. Don't try to jerk it out of its mouth because he may just have the tail. Okay. He'll hit it, and sometimes bass will see baits, and then they'll just run up and hit it to try to stun it, and then come back and eat it. So that's why it's important. Once you feel that, nope, I came over a lot. All right, so I'm just, and I'll show you all of this stuff later if you ever get brave enough to go fishing with me on how to set this stuff up. So I'm basically, they call it text post, and I don't know if that's a made-up word, but the fishing community, you just bury it inside your bait. This is a tungsten weight.
That's such a pretty bait.
I know, right? We need a June bug bait. I'm gonna go along the bank here.
Oh, beautiful.
Because a lot of times bass, well, there's a couple logs over there.
I feel like I go further with that one.
Oh, you absolutely do. You absolutely do go further.
Why is that?
Because it's an open. It's a free spool. Not spool, but bail or whatever. Free spool rather.
So, which one do you use when you want to go further? I know you use this for more accuracy, but if you want to go further out, which one do you use? What do you determine which one you're going to use?
So, so if I want to get halfway across the pond, I'm going to need a light line. I'll probably use a Baitcaster, but I probably need a heavier bait. So with this one here, I think this is a 1/4 ounce. I'd probably use a 3/8 ounce weight on this one to get it to go farther. Now you can do all sorts of adjustments on your Baitcaster by loosening up the I keep wanting to call it bail, but loosening up the spool tensioner to go farther. But you have to mind your spool a lot more because you will backlash. Yeah. Because the faster it goes off, you know, and this has got to travel at the same rate that the spool is spinning. If not, it's going to cause an overrun, which is essentially a backlash. We use it. Go right ahead, babe. I got to get you. Look at you, look like an old pro over there. Where's my phone at so I can get a shot? of this super pretty fisherman over here.
Taught by the best.
All right.
Beautiful.
Man, you fish better. You fish better than Murdoch.
Whatever. Poor Murdoch. You hear me?
I don't know, babe. we gotta go catch some Subway to take these girls some food.
Yeah.
All right, last cast.
All right, ready?
Yes. Yeah. Telling you, Murdoch can't cast that good.
Are you serious?
I'm joking.
Don't do that to Murdoch.
I'm joking. He can fish.
Leave Murdoch alone.
He can fish.
You a compliment. He said you were a hottie.
Yeah, I was like, get your mans. Somebody get your mans.
I was like, he is hilarious.
Yeah, that's my boy right there. Yeah, that's my boy. This is like your 7th one more cast. Yeah.
Oh, that was terrible. I get one
That's
more.
not bad. That's not bad.
One more.
Okay, one more.
And I promise it's awesome.
Okay. Creating a monster over here. All right. Yeah, that was very slow motion worthy right there. All right. This is Tim's Outdoors. Like I said, we just wanted to come out, show my girl, introduce you guys to my girlfriend.
Hi, everyone.
This is Miryam on Tim's Outdoors. If you'd like to see more of her, let me know down in the comments. I'll bring her back for another episode. But for now, we're gonna sign off. Thanks for watching.